Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so. You're all super duper wonderful, super duper beautiful and super duper delicious. And I hope that you've all had a very wonderful and super duper time wherever you are in the world, okay, my delicious little babies, and how I love you so. I just want to say that, my delicious little babies, okay, because, you know, we're coming to the end of the year now, and apparently, and there we go. And what it is that I just want to say thank you, okay? So thank you. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by, okay? So much love to you all, my delicious babies, and I hope that you too are having a super duper wonderful time wherever you are in the world, and that life is treating you too oh so deliciously, okay? So what do? 3, 2, 1, beam me up, my juicy little lads. Look at those. Look at how they're shining bright. Thank you, little lads. Now then, my weather in my old neck of the woods in the old UK, okay, because it is night time now, but now that I've, you know, managed to understand how everything rocks and rolls, sometimes, you know, the obvious is right in your flipping boat race, isn't it? Anyway, it's dark outside, okay, rather cold, no wind. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I just thought I'd let you know that. So can I just please just say I've made a mistake, and the mistake that I've made, so it's my own silly fault, okay? I thought that my beautiful and wonderful and delicious dear little friend Kaz, I thought she was coming for New Year's Eve, but actually it's New Year's Day. So I've got it wrong, okay? So it doesn't matter, because we'll still do our video on New Year's Day, okay? So please do not worry about it, okay? Because I'm not worrying. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? We've had a conversation today, and at the end of the day, everything is hunky-dory, tickety-boo. For some reason, and we both said the same actually, that, you know, when you get it mixed up with all the days, because for some reason it always happens around the Crimbo. I do not know about you, my delicious little babies, but for some reason the dates just seem to get flipping mixed up, yes? For some reason. It's like you do not know whether you're in the flipping park of the pictures. Do you see what I mean? It's like everything throws you, doesn't it? Maybe it's satanic or something. Do you see what I mean? That just throws us. Anyway, not to worry. Now then, I have one piece of information, okay? So I've got my pen ready, okay? And I just want to give this out because seeing as we're closing, you know, this year out, okay? So we're drawing to a close, okay? And you know what? When I took my lights off yesterday, you know, I just thought to myself, yes, I wasn't going to do anything till New Year's Eve, but guess what? Something, ding, is making me do this. And I'm going to do it, okay? So before it draws to a close for this year, my delicious little babies, okay, for those of you out there who are so very kind to follow me, and thank you for even taking the time to listen. If you could please go into the space bar in YouTube. If you could please type in Dr. John Campbell and then Awakening. Dr. John Campbell Awakening. Okay? Then it's a full stop, and then it is the end of evidence-based medicine. So I'm just going to repeat that again, my delicious little babies. Dr. John Campbell, Awakening, the end of evidence-based medicine. And then if you look in the subscribe box, I do not actually believe, it's amazing what comes up on one's feed, isn't it? this dear gentleman here, or man, okay, if you're looking to subscribe, it says Rogue, R-O-G-U-E, okay, scientist. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes? So, you know, R for Romeo, O for Oscar, G for Gertie, U for Umbrella, and E for Echo. Rogue Scientist, okay? And that's on YouTube. Okay, my delicious little babies, so let me just tick that off, and that's my final bit of information. Just put my book over there. Okay, that's my final bit of information to end this year, 2022. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes? So let's talk about things now. Let's just have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. So we've talked enough about the old China, haven't we? Your old tea in China. Now I've got my coffee. So let's just have a sip once again, please, and thank you. So it seems that when we look at things, okay, because, you know, you have forces, you know, joining together and so forth. Do you understand what I mean? But like I say, you never trust everything, okay? Obviously, when I did a video, not meaning that in the wrong sense of the word, but when I did a video yesterday, you know, and I was talking about Mr. Putin, okay, I was talking about a different thing. So it wasn't to do with the war, it wasn't to do with anything, it was to do with other things, you know, like, which I never said yesterday, but I'm going to mention, you know, this evening. That it's like, you know, he's teaching where, you know, it's not Adam and Steve, it's Adam and Eve. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little baby? So I'm not here to hurt, offend, or upset anybody, okay? That is never my intention. So please do not take me the wrong way if anybody happens to stumble across me, if anybody's watching me. I do not mean it that way, okay? But, you know, when you get two forces together, and it's like they're changing the wording now, so it's gone from communism to something else. Cannot remember what it is, actually. Flipping never wrote it down, did I? But it's now changed to something else. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little baby? So we still need to be on the ball. Mr. Putin, yes, he has the most common sense out of any other leader. I have said that, ding ding, and I'll stand by what I'm saying, yes? But at the same time, one must never forget, even though he's trying to come away, which he is, which is what I said on a previous video, at the same time, one must never forget that they are still, at this point, still a circle. Okay? There we go. So one must never ever forget that, my delicious little babies, yes? So we need to just keep our eyes on the ball here, yes? Now, of course, there is something else I'd like to talk about. So, well, it's not particularly what I'd like to talk about. And that doesn't mean yes or no. It's just, I'm just itching my head. You see, I heard the early hours of this morning about Mr. Andrew Tate. That apparently, let's just have another sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. Oh, she's lovely, isn't she, Marilyn? Okay, that apparently he was detained for 24 hours by the Romanian Old Bill. Okay, now I know where I heard this from. You know, like I say to you, it's just amazing what keeps coming up on my feed. So some things I decide to write down, and other things I think, no, I'm not going to do it. I cannot be bothered. That's the truth, my delicious little babies. I simply cannot be bothered. Do you understand what I mean? But, yeah, your man there had a point. But what's really fascinating, my delicious little babies. And this is what's really fascinating, is that you know how you would expect it to be all over the internet, like, whoo, hot, but it's not. There must be only what? That I've seen personally, my delicious little babies, what? 2? There we go, 2 who are talking about this. Nobody else seems to be mentioning it for some reason. Wonder why that is. Okay. Now then, if we go back, I mean, I did a video months ago, and I do not have an issue. I mean, at the end of the day, to me, as a young man, do you say to me, and I'm nearly 50, I'm 50 next year, yes? So to me, as a young man there, he's 36, isn't he? 3 and 6, 9 completion, get me? Bang, bang, okay? He happened to say, apparently, according to what I'd heard, so please do not quote me, my delicious little babies, and this was all to do with himself and this Greta Thunberg, okay? Greta Thunberg, let's go back, what, over 2 years ago now? She was on BitChute, and there was a small little clip, we're talking about, what, 15, 20 seconds, if that, and she was telling everyone, bang, 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 straight. And I sent this video out to everybody in my phone, okay, that the climate change was a crock of shite. She said it, come out of her own mouth. And this is your woman there, your young lass, your young woman, okay? Because I'm very particular who I call a woman and who I call a lady. Because I believe a woman like myself, if you're a woman, you're a true woman. Do you know what I mean? You're a true warrior, which means that you've gone through many things in your life. There we go. And you can still flipping rock and roll. Then you got the ladies where, you know, they're just not very ding up to things. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So they expect everybody else just to flock around them. So that's how I differentiate both. Do you see what I'm saying to you? That doesn't mean no and yes, okay? I'm just doing it the way I'm doing it, yes, with my hand movements, yes? There's always a reason why I do what I do, my delicious little babies, okay? I just like to make sure that everybody understands how I rock and roll. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So whatever I say, occasionally we'll get it wrong, occasionally we do. We're only man and woman out here, yes? But I can only try my best to give out the best that I can give. There we go, okay? That's all I can do. Nothing more, nothing less, okay? So that's how I differentiate things, yes? It's like I call a man. So if a man can go out there and he can, you know, do the hard graft and do everything like that, yes? So he's your man's man. Do you see what I mean? What you see of him, just like a woman, is what you get. If you get a gentleman, well, he's a bit more la-di-da. Do you understand what I mean? So he's in another profession, either pen pushing or whatever they're doing. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But the fact is, it doesn't matter if you're that level or that level, you're still the same, which simply means man or woman, lady or gentleman, doesn't matter. The fact is, you all rock and roll the same. Do we not? Yes, we do. So nobody's better than nobody, okay? So this is where we need to come back to this point. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? So everything that they've been doing, them, as what I've been saying before, we join together. Doesn't matter what profession, doesn't matter where you come from, what your childhood is. Well, I do not mean it like that, dear God, Jesus Christ, Nazareth, because some have had some awful childhood. So I do not mean it that way. Not everybody's had a beautiful childhood. So, you know, I just need to make that clear, yes? But if we sort of come together, see, it's sort of, it goes against them. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? That's how we rock and roll, you see. Okay? I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay? Now then, so we need to go on to, yes, Greta Thunberg. Thunberg, whatever she's been called, right? Which we all know big time that she's been recruited by we know who, okay? We know who. And I keep doing that. They're not higher than us, actually. They're actually below us. In fact, I'll even say on my video this evening, I wouldn't even wipe them off my shoe. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Because they're not even worth that. Okay? But the fact of the matter is this. So what's happened is, basically, let's just get to the point from what I've heard. Okay? This is according to what I've heard. There's Andrew Tate there, Mr. Andrew Tate. Well, of course, you know, they call us Mr. and Mrs. Do you get what I mean? They call us all these different things, okay? The fact of the matter is that, you know, it's like they put us in a little category, a little box, you know, what they see us as, okay? Doesn't matter, because we are who we are. Do you see me? Remember Shirley Bassey? I am what I am. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? So we're not going to let that bother us. Do you see what I mean? It's just what they want. Okay? Well, it's not going to last so much longer. No, it's not. Okay? Got nothing across my shoulders. That's saying no. Okay? So, what it is that your man there, Andrew Tate, has been arrested, detained for 24 hours. Apparently something to do with human trafficking. Now, here's the thing, and this is what I've got to say, yes? Now, your man there, apparently, you know, he's made his ka-ching part of it, my delicious little babies, through having, you know, a few years ago, whatever it was, however this rocks and rolls, yes, where young women were going on a webcam, and do you see what I mean? But I actually heard more, there we go, more about this, okay? So it's like, according to what I'd heard, and this wasn't the early hours of this morning, this was at another time, yes? That he'd pay so much, yes? But then your women there, so let's get this right now. So we've got to read in between the lines. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? So your women there, in order to get their ka-ching, it's like they falsified things. Do you see what I mean? So they'd say, oh, yes. So I should imagine that they'd say, oh, yes, I'd meet up with you. There we go. I'd do all these things, yes? And then, of course, that's when you get, God bless them, the naive men out there who would fall for it. Now, I'm not being nasty to you, my delicious little babies, but this is nothing new to me. I've heard this many years on my phone lines. Do you get me? Not particularly, I've only heard it twice on the phone line I'm talking about other phone lines. So this is nothing new to me. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? You know, a woman there, a bird there, puts herself across as this super duper beautiful woman, and yes, I'm going to meet up with you, yes, I'm going to do this. And what ends up happening now? So she says, oh, I need to pay my bills, I need to help the family, I need to do this. So what happens? You got your naive men there, yes, okay, so I'm only saying it the way it is. And dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth just loves the truth. And then, of course, these men, they actually feel like they're in love with this woman. That's how serious this is. So then that's how your women there get their money, whether they've got peroxide hair. Because, let's face it, there's not a lot who've got proper blonde hair. Let's just get this straight. They ain't got a proper blonde wig. Most of them have got peroxide in their whole wig. They've had it dyed. And the way to know is you just look at the eyebrows. That's how you know. It's like if you look at a man, you can always tell by the eyebrows. Do you see what I mean? What colour wig he's got, what colour hair he's got. I shouldn't say this, you know. Anyway, but the fact of the matter is that it's like they glam themselves up. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? And then they either starve themselves and then they have boob jobs. I do not mean that nastily, you know, this breast enhancement, or they pump up the backside with whatever they do. So they go to a foreign country, there we go, which is normally what happens. They pump up the backside to make themselves look all super and delicious. Do you understand what I mean? So they make themselves look like this, that and the other. But decades ago, my delicious little babies, I'm not being nasty now. Dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth just loves the truth. I've seen you women there who are like it. Yes, I have. In my clubbing days. Do you see what I mean? And even when I was working where I was working. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And they come walking in, flowy wigs and everything. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You know, they're with 9 times out of 10, they're with your man there, who, in order to keep her, she's got to have the largest rock on her finger. Do you get me, my delicious little babies? I've seen a lot in my time, please. You know, and this is why, to this day, and any of my beautiful and delicious, beautiful dear friends who know me, and even my beautiful and delicious little daughters who know me. I love my beautiful dear friends. I love my beautiful dear daughters. And even my ex-boyfriend, my daughter's father, God bless him as well. Do you see what I'm saying to you? You know, God bless him. Not in that way, by the way. Okay? That's been many moons ago, right? What I'm saying to you is they all know me long time. Anybody who knows me, my neighbours. I live a humble existence. The reason why is because I've been there, done it, and got the t-shirt. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? It's not a life that I want to be accustomed to. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Get somebody who's real in front of me, then we're rocking and rolling. Talk to me from your heart, from your soul, then we're talking. Then we're rocking and rolling. Jesus, me, and I ain't got no time for flipping ego and all this shite, which leads me to saying about Mr. Andrew Tate there. What he's done, because he does seem to keep pushing the boat out. You know, rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Don't tip the boat over, okay? Now, it seems to me a couple of sites have actually even shown where there's a clip of him where he said, I'll never kill myself, I'll never do anything. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Okay, fair enough. Bang, bang, bang. I get it. Yes? Because he knows he's pushing it out. But where I've seen him, and he's pushed things out big time, you know, as for any of you know, who are Andrew Tate fans. I'm not a fan of his. I'm just saying that he was supposedly deplatformed from everywhere, and then all of a sudden, which I will agree with, I'll agree totally, bang, 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 all of a sudden, he's like having interviews with Piers Morgan. Wrong move. He's one of the worst ones you can ever have a flipping interview with. It's like sitting and having a candlelit dinner with the devil. That is what it is, because he's part of them. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, because he's been bought, ka-ching, and he lies for a living, the piece of shite. Cannot stand the flipping man. No, I cannot. Okay? And I thought, you know what, Andrew? And when it's come up on my feed, yes, which it does. So amazing that, isn't it, how certain things come up on a feed. I may not even have any interest at all, but what happens is it just comes up on your feed. YouTube never used to be like that. And I'm sure for some of you delicious little babies out there, you're going to get bang, bang, bang where I'm coming from here. It never used to be that way. It's like sometimes your screen can freeze. And then it'll say close app or wait or something like that. And what I've been noticing, like those who I'm subscribed to, and God bless their beautiful dear souls, well, I've noticed that, you know, videos are coming up from months ago and months ago. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So what's going on? Is this YouTube trying to mess with others' minds? Or could this be that they're trying to jog everybody's memory to what somebody said to bring it into now, into the present? That's the only way I can think, my delicious little babies, okay? That's how I'm seeing it. You know, this is how I feel that things are rocking and rolling. I know that this all sounds mad what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, but it's really not, you know, okay? I know what I'm saying, but we get back to your man there now. So what did he do? Where was the mistake that he made? Of course, this is, you know, somebody who's inside the box, by the way. There we go. And then we got us looking outside the box, the ones who have common sense. Do you see what I mean? And usually we're a bit older. Sometimes you can get a younger one, you know, who has a few brains, okay? But I'm not being nasty to the younger, okay? I'm not being nasty to them whatsoever. Because some of them can be older than their years, I get it. But guess what? They still have that same mentality, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And sometimes they're too feisty for their own good. Do you know what I mean? They need to wind the neck in and shut the mouth. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But you get the occasional ones where you think, okay, yes, they're on a level, you know, either they were brought up, you know, grown up with a lot around them, older than them, so they learn from a different way, yes? But you simply get others where, like what I've just said. Do you see what I'm saying to you? You know, it's still the old immaturity. So it leads me to saying, you see your Andrew Tate there, and I'm going to be honest with you, I do not follow him, but I am going to say, not because of whatever he's got, I'm not saying that at all, no. What I'm going to say is God bless him, because he's walked straight into the snake's pit. Number one, went to Dubai. Bad move. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? They'd sell a granny down the river. Okay? That's for a start. Anybody in Dubai with any common sense who knows, okay? Dubai is not a place I'd ever go to. I never want to go to. Who wants to go there where if I'm a woman and I want to wear a shoestring top and a bra underneath it and a pair of shorts and get locked up? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Or if I want to go to a private pool and go topless, which I've been able to over the years, many years, sorry, to some delicious little babies. That may seem like too much information, but if I go, I've got my bottoms on and I go topless, I'm lying at a pool, I ain't bothering nobody, I ain't troubling nobody. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But in these kind of places, yes, where there must all be this and that, I'm not being nasty. When other men there can walk around, you know, with T-shirts on and everything like that, and a woman's got to be covered here, there and everywhere. Do you get me? I'm not being nasty. I'm just speaking the truth. Dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth loves the truth. I'm not saying that these hijab, that they do not look attractive. I'm not saying that they do not look attractive. But no. Would I want to walk around with it or walking around like that, covering my flipping bow trace like that? No, I would not. Just like what they did with the old masks, and you still got the, God bless their dear souls, we have to say that, the twits out there still flipping wearing them, right? Even in our old flipping neck of the woods in the old UK, yes they are, right? I do not know, that it's complete brainwashing as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, but when he went to Dubai now, as we very well know, it's a flipping Muslim country. Hello, ding ding, right? But then he goes over with his cigar, you know, Hamlet. And then, of course, you know, his old, you know, beverage. Do you get me? Well, we all know behind the scenes with any flipping country, you know, they do not always practice what they preach, do they? So let's get it right. Yes? Let's be correct about this. Yes, sir? Right? But and then to recruit younger all over the world, all these men to be, as far as I'm concerned, I've got nothing against any other culture. No, I do not. Okay? No, I do not. So if anybody feels that way, I'm sorry that you feel that way. If you've listened up until this point and you're not liking, then please move from the channel, because I'm really not in the mood for you. Okay? I'm just saying it the way it is. Yes? To recruit all of these to turn Muslim, yes? Which, hello, correct me if I'm wrong here now. Well, can these not Muslim men have 3 and 4 wives? Hello, yes, get it correct now. Get it very correct. Yes? So what they've got to do now? I like to keep my channel clean, yes? So what you're doing now? You're swinging from the chandeliers with one, yes? Then when you fancy another bit of something else, you go to the next woman there, then the next woman and the next woman. This is what I'm telling you, yes? But for the Muslim, that is what they're allowed to do. Whereas in other cultures, let's get it correct now, bang, 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 dear God, Jesus Christ, Nazareth loves the truth, that when that rings on the old flipping finger, yes, it simply means in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, till death us do part. So you love and respect whoever you're with. Do you see what I mean? It's not like you just think to yourself, oh, okay, well, that's all right. Well, I can say and make up whatever you want in whatever. Yes? At the end of the day, no. That is not the right way. That is not the right teachings. And any Muslim who comes to me where my own mother, God rest your beautiful soul, dear mum, how I love you so, was a half Bangladeshi and a half Irish, and I've known many Muslims in my time, and I still do now, right? Let someone come to me now and tell me, and that's, sorry, I didn't mean to point, that's rude. What I'm saying is, no, I do not want to listen to you, crock of shite. If a man and woman are together, they should be together as one. They are together as one. Do you see what I mean? It's not like one woman's in one bedroom and then, you know, like a husband has, do you know what I mean? A rumble in the jungle with her. Okay? And then thinks to himself, oh yes, I need to recharge, then go to the next woman. Because that's what that's saying. And Andrew Tate, when he was telling us, oh, you need to join Islam. Well, where's the flipping mentality? What's the matter with the man? And I knew that at the time. So I'm not being nasty to any Muslims out there, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. No, I am not. I'm just telling it the way it is. And if you're honest to yourself, my delicious little babies, any dear Muslim woman, lady who happened to stumble across me, yeah, if you're truthful, you will agree with everything that I've said. Yes, you will, yes. Okay, because it's not acceptable. You do not do things like that. Do you see what I mean? It's husband and wife. It's husband and wife. It's not flipping husband and wife, 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 wife. That is not how it goes. Do you see what I mean? It's all about love and respect. Love and respect. Do you see what I mean? So anyway, that's where he made the mistake for a start off, yes? Bigging it up. Being the big man, yes? I've got my billions, I can fly in jets, ding, ding, ding. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Then all of a sudden, because apparently he was deplatformed from everywhere, then he comes onto YouTube. Look at that. He was all over the place, just like a flipping nasty rash. Got red, actually. You know, just like a red rash, you know, it should just take days with the ointment, you know, just to... A bit like water, really. Do you get me? You just need to keep putting... Do you see what I mean? But at the same time, you needed to... clear see what was going on here. And then, of course, when they put him in with that flipping stupid twat flipping Piers Morgan, what a flipping... Prick. And if I ever met him, I'd flipping tell him to his boat race what he is. And I'd have no skin on my face when I said it. Do you see what I mean? And whether he likes it or not, and even if he ever seen my video, right, if he come up against me, I'll bring the man to his knees. He wish he never met me. Let me tell you, there we go, ding ding. Do you see what I'm saying to you? I tell him all about himself. Because he's putrid. It's almost as if he's helped to bring your man there to his flipping knees. That's what he's done. There we go. See what I'm saying to you? So the thing is, then we fast forward to what I'd heard. So let's just have another sip of my coffee, please, and thank you before it goes cold, because it just seems that there's many things that are going cold at the moment, aren't there? Thank you, my delicious babies. So anyway, so it turns out that Mr. Andrew Tate has said something to pee off Greta Thunberg, but really she's just a little lackey, and God bless her for such a young age. But then she was done telling everybody over the 3 years on the videos on BitChute. She was done telling everybody. She says to me. So at the end of the day, it's still. For those, there were many, God bless them, who didn't even know about the site BitChute. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But even if videos were sent out to others, they still was not listening. Do you see what I mean? So what can anyone do if you give out all the information? What can anybody do? Do you see what they've done telling you? But what Andrew Tate has done, mister, is walk straight into the flipping pit. Do you see what I mean? Look at what it's saying. Please look at what it's saying. 33 motors, 33, the work on numbers. 36, his age, so comes to 9. Do you see what I'm saying to you? You have to look at the numbers, ding, ding, ding. Common sense, okay? Once you work it out, my delicious little babies, you're going to see how this is rocking and rolling. Now, obviously, they've tried to get him on a charge of rape and all that. Well, I'm going to be honest with you, my delicious little babies, yes? When I heard this, very much doubt that this even took place. What you'll find is, okay, my delicious little babies, and I'm just saying it once again, dear God, Jesus Christ, Nazareth just loves the truth. You read in between the lines, you see what's happening, yes? You got a young bird, probably from the age of what? No, I've just got 19. 19 upwards. Probably to the age of about what? There we go, 34, 35, yes? And these are women who are clearly very selfish. I'm not being nasty. I'm just saying it's the way it is. It's like they put their own bodies, how they look. They look in the old mirror at themselves, yes? And they want to look all super duper delicious. They're flowing wigs, hairs and everything, and all the makeup, the breast enhancements, the boob jobs, the buttocks jobs, the bum jobs, everything, yes? And they want to make themselves look super duper delicious. They put on what I call very revealing outfits, these sexual outfits, which are going to lure men. Because man is man. End of. That's a very well Jamaican saying, man is man. Do you see what I mean? So men are going to look. Are they not? Yes, they are. They may not fancy the woman, or they may not, but they're still going to look. It's a natural for man if they look at a woman. Do you see what I'm saying? Just like if a woman looks at a man. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? They'll look and, they may not fancy, but it's just a natural instinct. You just look. So when he was obviously recruiting your women there, they were obviously, as far as I'm concerned, very naive. There we go. So all across my shoulders. Very, very, I'd still say young, because I always say up until the age of 35, you're still young anyway. Do you understand? There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Still learning, yes? So what's happened is now, is that, you know, he's obviously offered them a job. He said to them, well, this is what you do. This is how it rocks. Not these exact words, my delicious little babies, but this is what you got to do. Bang, 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 get on with it. Whatever you earn after is your own business. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So that's really simply the way it is. It's no different to a strip club or something like that. And I actually knew a woman who worked in a strip club, and she left that and started her own cleaning business. She used to be a pole dancer. And I asked her why she left. Do you see what I mean? But of course, she'd seen lots of ka-ching. In fact, she took me there one night. Let's just have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. In fact, she took me there one night. She says, you know, we're out in the main town centre years ago. I'm talking about moons ago now. And she said, oh, I just want to stop in this place now. I said, well, what's this place? Well, I took a look at the outside. I thought, well, this is not like a normal clubby place or something like that. Do you know what I'm saying to you, my delicious babies? Yes. And I went in, you got your pole dance. There we go. You got your pole dancers there. And she said, oh, go and take a seat. And she was talking to the manager and everything like that. So at the end of the day, you got the women in, but it wasn't busy at that time. It was about 8 o'clock at night. It wasn't busy at that time. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. So nobody's having anything against you women there who were working for Mr. Andrew Tate. No. If they wanted to obviously express themselves, they've got a way to market themselves. That's what they do. It's a webcam, isn't it? It's like you and I with a camera now. But obviously where it gets more difficult, becomes more difficult, sorry my delicious little babies, and I'm so sorry that the video has gone on for so long, but I need to make a point here, is when they start lying. And lying to innocent men who have maybe saved up, there we go, for years and years and years and years. They've got a bit of ka-ching in their old skyrocket, yes? And then these women there want to exploit that and take advantage of that. And then, of course, I'd also heard on one of these videos, you know, in Romania where, you know, and I know Romanians, I've got Romanian neighbours, God bless, you know, I've got different neighbours, Polish, Spanish. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Up the road, Syrian. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, I've got all sorts of different nationalities on my road. So I would never ever say anything to hurt, offend or upset anybody. But what I'm saying is that, you know, on one of these videos they're talking about where, you know, a man could walk into a bar, and because a woman there is in a bar in Romania, she's working with your man there who's the manager behind the bar. And of course, you've got this innocent man walks in, you know, finds her attractive, starts buying her the old drinky poos. Do you see what I mean? Ends up with a high flipping bill. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And it's better to pay the bill rather than try to argue it, because otherwise you're not going to come off very well. Okay? So the fact of the matter is this. So we have to see everything in the mix, what's going on here. Do you sort of, this is what I get back to. You see, sometimes women, and because they see all of these models, they see everything. I've been saying this for decades, yes I have. Because they see all of these models that I must be like this, I must look like this, this is the only way that I'm going to be loved, that somebody's going to love me. This is the things that they do. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? But I very much doubt, and I'm going to be honest, I would certainly not say, and like I said, I do not follow this man, but I would certainly say Mr. Andrew Tate is not a rapist. No, he is not. I feel that these women knew fully well what they were going into. Okay, they wanted to earn the ka-ching, there we go. And that's what they did. Okay, so if that means, I don't know, showing the breast, whatever they did. Well, that was their choice, wasn't it? That was their own It's my prerogative, okay? And if they wanted to earn extra, but like I say, everybody, well, you know, I said it on another video, I'm going to repeat it again. Everybody has to repent, you know. If you can sleep at night just to get your old makeup on your boat race and your wig to look all nice and flowy and for you to have this super duper figure, you know, with your boobies and everything else and your bum and everything else, do you see what I mean? But you got nothing in between your ears there. Then not being nasty, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth just loves the truth. If that's all you think about, well then you can sleep at night when you rob somebody else, because that's basically what it is, it's conning somebody else. Okay? There we go. So let's get it right now. Conning some innocent man. And I have had phone calls over the years, my delicious little babies. Dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Yes, I have. Where this has happened many, many, many times to me. Okay? And they're broken-hearted. And when I tried to talk to them, not on this particular phone line, there was only one I'm talking about, the phone lines. And there we go. And what it is, okay, you try to talk to them, they still just do not want to listen. They're mesmerised. It's like they're in love with something that's not real. It looks real, they look real, but they're not. Okay? So getting back to this, it seems to me that your man there, Mr. Andrew Tate, yes, he brags too much. Occasionally he would say something, I don't click on to listen to anything like that. Occasionally he would say something that makes sense. There we go, occasionally. But if we really look at it, it seems very much to me that women are classed as whatever they are to him. And I'll tell him so. If he was in front of my boat race now, I'd tell your man there so. Not a flipping problem there. But I just feel that he needs this guidance. He's got too much. There we go. Too much. There we go. Too much. Ka-ching! And that makes him arrogant. So when one gets arrogant, what do? They start putting out into the world. And the thing is, he calls everybody out here stupid. That everybody's stupid. While he's smoking his cigar and having what he's having and crossing his legs like he's the Don. Doesn't matter how much you have. Do you see what I'm saying to you, sweet? Sometimes the bigger you are, the harder you fall. Let me tell you. Yes, ding, ding, ding. That's how it goes. Bang, bang, bang. So now, I'm not going to say unfortunately because I do not feel that way. I feel that your man there we go, needs to learn a lesson. That when you sit out here and you insult others, there we go. Do you see what I mean? There's going to come a point where you're going to cheese others off. And I feel that that's what he's done. But what's happened is, those who rule, you know who I'm on about, my delicious little babies, you know, right? What it is, they're getting my, there we go, just have another sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. He's peeing off. See what I mean? It's like they're giving him so much, there we go, they're giving him so much and they're saying, you know what, so by detaining him, the chances are, my delicious little babies, he'll come out of this is what will happen. He'll come out of this, I'll be very surprised if he doesn't, okay? There we go, yes? He'll come out of this, but basically what they're doing, they're just warning you, man, there. You carry on with what you're doing, you know, because he keeps peeing everyone off, yes? Mind you, I have a habit of doing that, so, you know, but I'm not nowhere near to his scale. Do you understand what I mean? Or his height, and I wouldn't want to be, actually. And I've got to be honest with you, my delicious little babies, and no matter whatever pounds, shilling, pence, dollars and change, ka-ching I had, I would never ever feel a need to come out onto a camera and talk to everybody else and speak to them and belittle them the way, there we go, the way that he does. It's really damn rude, actually. So I do not care that he's this kickboxer, whatever he is, and I do not care that he's got the ka-ching, because when you look at it, he's bigging it up in the camera. time after time after time, insulting, which he does. He insults, and then at the same time he's trying to recruit to get more Muslims and more everything else, yes? Which I have watched a lot of videos on dear Muslims, God bless their beautiful dear soul, so I'm not here to hurt, offend or upset, who are trying to leave the religion. Yes. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So it's almost like he's had his use. Yes. So now he's on the radar, isn't he? Bang, bang. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So he gets away with it. Do you see what I mean? But what I'm highly shocked about, and I'm going to repeat it once more, is how there's only a couple who are talking about it. Doesn't seem to be biggie news, does it? And if we take a look, this is on Twitter. Twitter. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? You see, I know what I'm saying. Yes, all here. Do you see what I'm saying? So let's not forget about Elon Musk with the old AI. And let's not forget that he tries to look all, like, a bit like, I'll tell you who he looks like. I'll tell you what, Jackson Hinkle, right? He's brilliant on the dive, okay? Not in that way, everybody. No. I'm just going to say that, no. But he's flipping hilarious. He's only young, but he's flipping hilarious, right? And the things that he comes out with, I mean, it's just a younger generation. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So you've got to laugh at it, really. You do have to laugh the way he says it. You've got to laugh. But he's old Barnett there, yes? Well, you see, Elon Musk is looking the same. So it's almost like he's trying to imitate somebody else. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Because he never used to be like that. He used to have all hair slicked back, Elon Musk. If you look back at his older videos on YouTube, my delicious little babies, you'll soon see what I'm saying, yes? And he was very controlling when it come to his girlfriends and wives. Oh, yes. You'd have his one girlfriend, she had normal hair, like normal coloured hair, yes? By the time she was finished, she was like a flipping rainbow. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little baby? Very controlling man. And let's not also forget that Elon Musk is a con merchant. There we go. And let's not also forget that his father was an emerald dealer. Well, how would you get the emeralds unless you got all the young little bands, to go and dig out the stones? Let's get to the point now, my delicious little babies. Africa. So what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes, is a con man. Now, I'm not saying that this is not a journey for him as well, that he's learning from something, he's learning from others, talking to other, but I do not trust him. Something is telling me no. And I will stand by what I say. It's almost like, how can I put it? A lot, it's been made too easy to get back on. Get back on the old bike. Do you get me, my delicious little babies? Yes, it's been too easy. And then, of course, Mr. Andrew Tate has fell into this trap, hasn't he? There we go. Should never, ever, the one thing he should never have done, and this is where he needs somebody with brains to advise him. Now, when I look at his brother Tristan, yes, I've seen him a few times, yes, but he looks different to Andrew. But then again, no brother or sister's the same, are they? Do you see what I mean? You could get one sensible and another one who goes off the rails. Do you see what I'm saying? There we go. But Andrew certainly needed someone to guide him properly. That's how I see it. But he never did it. He just run off his mouth time after time after time. But there's only an amount of time that somebody's going to stick you on the old radar, stick you in their orbit. And then before you know it, do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? So we'll wait and see what happens. But I can only hope with our Mr. Andrew Tate, I'm not going to say sorry, for those out there who follow him, that, he starts to view things differently. That's all I'm saying. Okay, that he stops running off his mouth, because he's got to learn to stop to do that now. Because otherwise he's going to find himself in a in a back of a van in a very bad situation. Do you see what I mean? And no kickboxing, no, there we go, is going to get him out of it. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes? So I just feel right now he's had a warning. There we go. Okay? So we'll just see what happens there then. Yes? And that's all I have to say, my delicious little babies. But I just wish that he'd just drop this ego business. Because, you know, I've met many in my decade. There we go. Before I even say it, all across there. I've met many in my decades. There we go. With egos. And I tell you what, I've also seen a lot of sadness. I've seen a lot of breakups. I've seen a lot of affairs. There we go. I've seen so many things. You know, you see the Flash Motors, the Bentleys, the Mercs, do you get what I'm saying? The Porsches, the Lotuses, everything. And you see all these things. But really, is man and woman happy? No? Do you see what I'm saying? So, yes, you can achieve success, and yes, you can have the best whatever watch. I mean, I never even wear a watch. I mean, I've been bought gold watches and everything now. I mean, if you take a look at me, look, I don't wear jewellery because I was in it for 10 years. Do you see some nearly 10 years? Do you see what I'm saying to you? So, at the end of the day, these are costume. They're not, you know, £1.99 for about 5 pairs. And they go sort of larger and larger, and I thought, I ain't going to wear them. I think, because to you all, I look like a proper flipping jippo. Do you see what I'm saying? Try to listen, baby, so I keep it to the, you know. But I've been there, done it, and got the T-shirt, and I just feel that he's at that young age where I do not feel as if, and whatever it is, maybe he's not even listening to his brother, Mr. Andrew Tate. Maybe he's not even listening to his brother who tries, there we go, who tries to be more sensible. He's not even listening. Do you see what I mean? And unless he changes his attitude, that's going to be his downfall. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, we have things to say, and yes, he can get his voice out to the world. Occasionally he'll say something that one agrees with, but for most, not when you're putting down women, not when you're putting down everybody out here and telling everyone that we're stupid because we're not rich like him. Well, that's just silliness. To me, it's like somebody in kindergarten, isn't it? It's like somebody in infant school. Do you see what I'm saying to you? He just acts like a child. Do you see what I mean? I do not mean that in the wrong, there we go. I do not mean that in the wrong way. It's like, I've got this, nah. Well, eventually, he's got to strip himself. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So, that's the way life rocks and rolls. You know, you can have everything, but really you can have everything, there we go, and nothing. And that's life, my delicious babies. I'm so sorry for the video just going on as long as it has, but I just hope that he manages to get somebody around him. There we go. I mean, even after what he said about the older woman, yes, but I can only hope that he can get somebody around him who can, there we go, guide him properly. Probably an older female, do you understand what I mean? Somebody who's got a noddle, common sense, somebody who doesn't come from all of the lavish, somebody who just sees it the way it is to guide him and put him in the right direction. Because otherwise, let me tell you, if it carries on, you see all of that is going to be left behind, bang, bang, end of, and you'll never hear from him again. Do you see what I'm saying? I do not mean that nastily. I'm just saying it's the way it is. You know, you keep pushing the boat. Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. And what are you going to get? Do you see what I'm saying? We can all do so much because we can put a stop to everything, which we can. You just say no, end of. But when you're coming out with your feistiness and then you're insulting man and woman out here, yes, well, that's not acceptable. And if you're not careful, you're going to make many enemies. And sadly, this is what's happening. So now they've got him on the radar. They've got him in the orbit. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And this isn't going to end here. He'll get locked up again. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So that's where, hopefully, please, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, try to feel a little bit sorry for the man. You know, gets a woman to come in to flipping help him. Somebody who's older, someone like a mother figure, somebody. That's not insulting to his dear mother. I didn't mean it that way. I'm just saying to get someone to come and help him, to put him in line, because your man there needs to be pulled back into line, needs to wind his neck back in. Do you see what I mean? Sometimes you get past that point and you're really peeing off. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, on that note, I've gone a flipping hour now. Anyway, I'm going to stop this now. So on that note, my delicious little babies, thank you so very much. I know that this video, but I'm trying to help the situation here somehow. Dear God, yes I am. Because I can see what road this is going down. Yes, I can. And it's not going to be a flipping very nice one if he's not careful. Okay? So, sadly, it's happening to others as well. Do you understand what I mean? But if we all just say no, it just solves the problem big time. Doesn't need to be any more passings. Doesn't need to be any more of anything. Just say no. I'm going to put up with it. There's smaller them and large of us. But do you see what I'm saying? And I know he tries to help in his own way, but other ways he's very patronising, very insulting. And this is where you'll have a lot who do not agree with it. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. But he's been marketed for something, and I stand by what I say. He was marketed, and then what happens? Bang, 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 gets arrested, detained. Do you see what I'm saying? I can see what's going on here. And you know, the one thing that he should never continue to do is have any more interviews with that Piers Morgan. And really, another thing, keep off bloody Twitter. There we go. See, prevention better than cure. Solves the problem. Okay, my delicious little babies. Anyway, so that's the video. So good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, okay? Thank you so very much once again for listening to me, for those of you. Thank you. And until my next video, which it will be New Year's Day now, like I said, I've got myself bloody confused. And so do my beautiful dear little friend, because we both have. Okay, but it doesn't matter. We'll do it New Year's Day, okay? So on that note, please continue to feel the love. Hug and kiss or shake hands or tap on the shoulder, whoever you can. Just tell them how much you think about them. And, you know, if they're super duper special, dear, beautiful little friends, beautiful, dear little family members, okay? Please just tell them that you love them, okay? And for any strangers, please, you know, just, you know, even if you tap them on the shoulder or shake their hands, just, you know, just let them know that they are thought about. Do you know what I mean? And that you wish them happiness for 2023. Do you understand what I mean? Give them a meaning in life to still stay here with us. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? So on that note, I'm really sorry, but I am going to go now, okay? Because I'm going to go and make another cup of coffee, okay? And then I'm going to go and have a shower, reduce a little shower, and then I'm going to retire to my bedroom. Okay, so on that note, much love, God bless, take care, thank you, goodbye.